What's up, Grovelanders?
We're at our next exploratory stop.
The first stop was exploring Powder Hole Falls. Link to that video below.
We're at Big Mine Run Geyser, just off of Big Mine Run Road. Literally pull off the side of the road here and check out a geyser.
Geyser.
Are you ready to see a geyser, boy? Wink if you're ready to see a geyser.
Geyser is the only geyser on the east coast of the United States, just to the east of Ashland, Pennsylvania, and south of the ghost town Centralia. This geyser was created when the local mine shafts were abandoned in 1930s, and they filled with water that shoots highest in the spring during the heavy rainfall.
All right, we're checking out here from the geyser, and where are we going next?
Pioneer Mom with Scary Child.
Let's go check it out. Our next stop on, we're gonna call this Adventure Saturday or Exploration Saturday. Which one?
First one.
Adventure Saturday brings us to this thrift store right here. But more specifically, what is that? Pioneer woman statue holding a pie with a little man-child, the face of a 40-year-old man, and look, he's dragging a decapitated doll. This is a 15-foot tall pioneer mom, or quote-unquote pie woman. It's a pretty creepy rendition of Frontier Woman. There's a trial that's even more creepy, as it seems to have the face of a 40-year-old man dragging a beheaded doll. This originally stood outside of Granny's Motel, which opened in 1986 here in Frackville, PA, and its last repainting was in 2008. But it actually looks like it's been repainted since then. When Granny's was bought in early 2022, the new owner was going to get rid of the statue. A local family purchased it and hauled it here, in this empty lot, where it lies, waiting to someday stand again. Now, what I read was it was laying on the ground, but this is it. Pioneer woman or pie woman with child in the face of a 40-year-old man. Rocks, rocks, rocks. More rocks, rocks everywhere. Everywhere rocks all the way out into the woods. Rocks and trees, rocks and trees. Do you know how these rocks got here?
From you. Okay.
I put them here. From a glacier.
What's a glacier?
The big ice sheets that
cold.
Moved across the land.
Wow, I get cold
during
easily.
the Ice Age. And when they melted, they slid across the land and deposited things like this. This crazy. All right, we're at our second to last stop. I think there's just one more after this. We are at the Boulder Field in Hickory Run State Park. This park is absolutely huge. We drove for a half hour in the park alone. We ended up having to take dirt, like mud and rock roads to get to this field because there's parts of the park closed because they don't do winter maintenance on the roads.
This field of Boulder National Nature Landmark is located in Hickory Run State Park in Lake Harmony, PA. It consists of various size and shaped boulders up to 26 feet long in an area that measures 400 feet by 800,000 feet, formed by glacier activity over 20,000 years ago. It remained unchanged to this day. The boulders consist of red sandstone and conglomerate. Under the boulder field are the source water of the Hickory Run Creek.
There is an information board here at the boulder field explaining what happened and how they got here. There we go. There's an aerial view. This is what we're looking at here. It's literally this huge deposit of boulders in the middle of the woods. Well, Melody got cold, so she hopped back in the car, but we are off to our last stop, closer to home. So we are taking off from the boulder field. Stop here if you can, even if you don't like rocks and trees. It's interesting. I just wanted to record some of the road that you got to drive on to get to that boulder field. And this is two-way, which means another car could be coming the other way. And around these bends, it's hard to see. This road that we're on right now is literally like 15 to 20 minutes of driving on this road before we get to Blacktop. And then it's another 15 minutes from there to get back to the main highway that cuts through Hickory Run State Park. Oh, check out this too. This access road that we're on right here literally cuts underneath the Pennsylvania Turnpike. Right here. That's the turnpike. We're going under. Going under. You know that? Do you know that song?
Nope.
Yeah, it is. You just don't know it. And we could just go right up there and get on.
It's a private roadway.
I know, there's signs, but there's nothing stopping you from driving up there. We could just take the turnpike right there.
Let's go. Where most people would plant flowers bed, this house in Bath, PA, plant various animals, fish, and dinosaurs.
That's all. Just a bunch of animals in front of the house. Look at that. Gorilla, yeti, all kinds of yard animal statues. It's a private house, so you can't go in, and they ask that you just stay on the sidewalk and look at the animals. I did lie earlier. This was not the last stop. There is one more after this. The last stop we had, I said there's only one more, but this is one more, but yet there is still one more. Do you understand?
No.
You ready for the last stop?
Yeah.
Where's that one?
Coopersburg.
The giant chip man.
Giant chip.
Okay. All right, it got dark while we're driving, but we're in Coopersburg now, and right behind us is Giant Chip, the old muffler man, decorated to look like a soda jerk, ready to serve some ice cream. We're right next to 309 here, so you can see him as you're driving by. We're gonna go in and grab some ice cream.
Yes.
Ice cream for dinner tonight.
Standing outside of the Inside Scoop ice cream shop in Coopersburg, PA, stands a 20-foot tall giant chip. In 2017, the shattered pieces of a giant muffler man were discovered in a junkyard in Canada. They were taken to a fiberglass expert in Virginia who cobbled them together to make a mold. From that mold emerged Giant Chip. Did I mention this place makes their own ice cream? They also list their available ice cream flavors on their website in real time, so you can literally see what's available minute by minute before you come in.
All right, we're all back from our Adventure Saturday. Is that what we called it? Saturday Adventures? Adventure Saturday. Coopersburg's only about 20 minutes from us, so quick drive from Inside Scoop back home. So yes, we're lucky, and we have the Inside Scoop in our backyard, so we can go get that homemade ice cream whenever we want. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
All weekend? What was your favorite part?
Having the pork roll sandwiches over the fire.
Pork roll sandwiches in the morning. You're still thinking about it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were good.
They were good.
I think I'm gonna cook pork roll longer. I usually don't cook it that long, so it's like never really crispy like that. Did you like it because it was crispy?
Yeah.
Like the outside was crispy,
I feel you don't
but it
crispy
didn't
here.
taste burnt. Well, I cook it so it's like got a little brown on it, but not like that. Like that got pretty dark because the fire was so hot. So maybe I'll cook it crispier now.
Yes. Yes.
Tasted good. Subscribe below if you don't already, because it is what?
Free.
Yes. It's free to subscribe, but it helps the channel grow, and we appreciate it. Are you tired? I'm ready to sleep in my own bed.
Me too.
All right. Till next time.
Last time.
Last time.
Last time.